Hi everybody, it's Julie, and I'm going to show you some of the items that you can use to fill your junk journal. So one of the things that I did was just cut out a piece of the calendar just for some color. This is from the cover, so it's a little thicker and it will fit great into the book. Okay, this one has contact paper put on an index card, so you can decorate an index card and that will give you something for your book. I think I showed you these, the playing cards. I added a little contact paper and then I attached the striped yellow striped paper to the playing card. I did punch a hole, and that hole puncher I did get at the Dollar Tree. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so here is a large tag. I made it using this is from the calendar, and then I attached it to the packaging from the cards. The cards that had the envelopes, the little panel cards came with the envelope. And so this is the packaging from that, and I made a large tag. You saw in the embellishment video this little matchbook note card set. So it has some index cards and a couple pieces of the yellow lined paper. You saw a different variety of this in the embellishment video, and it is an envelope that I made out of the book paper, and then I added one of the small images of the calendar from the back page, one of the seals. I went ahead and left the word imagination, and then it holds index card. And then I also glued an index card to the back because I made this a tag rather than ouch. Oops. Okay, can't find where it goes. That's okay. I made it a tag rather than gluing it into the book. So here's another one where I took an image from the calendar and glued it to some packaging. This was from the artist paper. Okay. Here is okay. Next. Next we just have a large tag made with the contact paper and a piece of the calendar and attached to some of the white artist paper. And here's a large tag using the book paper as the background, then the seal, one of the calendar images from the back, a sticker from the sticker sheet. I tore some of the yellow lined paper, added to the back with a little bit of the contact paper that I fussy cut. Fussy cut. Okay. Here's another tag. I took an image from the back of the calendar, added the sticker, and put it on a blue index card and stapled some of the lace to the top. Seeing if we have anything. Well, you can see a sneak peek of this page. This is one of the embellishments that I made in the embellishment video, and I went ahead and punched a hole in the top of this panel card and just tied it in. So it gives us some of the strings hanging out. It's kind of cool here. And here is a card or a tag that I made, and I put the contact paper on top of some of the packaging. This is the packaging for the striped paper, and I liked the black line, so I just put the contact paper to the black line. I used the circle, the ribbon. I don't. Let's see if I can find it. The ribbon spool. And I traced it and cut it out to get so that I would have a little bit different. Then when I attached this, I made it so it's a pocket. Okay, let's see. You know about the tucks. Okay, so the side pocket tucks. So there's a place here for something can go in here. And on this one, I also made it up here so that you can have a larger, something larger that will stay. Okay, so you can see here all the little, well, I did make some paper clips. So this paper clip is lace just attached to the end of a paper clip. And I did that also with some ribbon. And then because I was having trouble with the cards staying, they did not want to stay, I went back and I stapled them. And then wherever I had to staple, I went ahead and I stapled, a lot of the times I stapled things on. So this is the outside of this flower. I cut off some of the outside of the flower. So this is what I have left so far. I'm going to use it. But I went in and I just cut a little piece, and then I just stapled that little piece on. So the different places where I had the card, I went back in where I used a plain card as a tuck spot. I went back in and I added some lace and a ribbon with the stapler. So like here, this little guy, I just added some lace underneath it and stapled it. So I didn't have to, they didn't have to go away. I also added lace just using the glue, and it is working really well. I did do a couple of these where I took an envelope, I closed it, cut across the top or the side, depending, because a couple of them I just used the whole envelope and put something else on top of it, and I glued it in a U, and they could put something here, and then I cut this open from the side and you could put something in, or the other way around. This one here is closed and then folded up and glued and cut here. So so there's an opening here that's waiting for something. Then I also went through and just added, and I still have more to add. The one other thing that I did that I think is really cool is I cut words out of the book. It was a little harder to do in this book because there wasn't a lot of phrases that go along with what I wanted to convey in this book. But I did find some. This one, Conference of the Birds, I guess it's actually a book because it's in italics. Constant source of inspiration. So I put that here on this one. And my favorite one was in her introduction. She said, "Take out my pen and paper and jot down notes." And I thought that was really cool. And then this was one of the stickers from the sticker sheet. So, and I've also added the seal. So just using up the things that I have. Here's one of the embellishments that I made in the embellishment video. And I will put a link to the embellishment video below. Because it's very much a part of how this is turning out. So there will be a flip through of the whole book coming up. Let me show you the tassel. It's a little tassel, And because I didn't use the fingernail polish, I went ahead and I brought the sequins back out, and that really helped with the tassel. So what I did for the tassel was I used a paper clip. I just cut out lengths of the lace, the ribbon, the paper, this here that came with that flower, and some of the sequins. And I put them through the paper clip, and then I used some of the contact paper and cut a strip of it and just wrapped it around itself. And so that gave me a little tassel that was very much using the item. So here is my cover. I think I'm done with it. We'll see. I still have a little more that I want to do to this book. But I used the sticker from the sticker sheet. I used the flower after I had cut off some of it to use in the book. This was a sticker from the sticker sheet, and I went ahead and I sewed it, and then I've tied it in a bow and double knotted it down onto the flower, because of course sticking it there, it just kept showing up all over my desk. So, and then I left the strings. So I think that's really kind of fun. The other thing that I did to embellish the book is, again, I did do the little tabs, 3 of these pink tabs in each of the books. Each of the books had a single tab that I had made while I was making the book. I put a band of lace in 2 places in each of the signatures. I added a band of the pink ribbon. Let's see if you can see that. So the sheer ribbon, and what I did there is I put it in, and then it's in between. Okay, so I glued it on, and then I glued some other pieces on top of it, and I have one of those in both signatures. And this one here, I glued it so it looks, I like it from that side. And then I glued some pieces from the pile on. Here's another one of the embellishments from that embellishment video. Then I just went through and I added things, made sure that there were ribbons attached to things. This one here, I actually sewed this one in and tied it with a bow. I was trying all different kinds of things. Here, when I needed to add a staple, again, I added something, since I was going to staple anyway, so I added a little bit of that there. Again, this one is from that. Oh, here, I needed to staple this card on, so I went ahead and I glued this lace down, and then I went through and stapled it on. So, yeah, so that's going to give you some ideas of ways to embellish. Another thing, you can, I made a pocket here out of the contact paper, and then I took and ripped some of the yellow lined paper, so there's journaling area there. So this is the flip that here's another one of those book page pockets. This one I went ahead and added a little bit of the lace trims to it. Here's a side tuck, so there's a place to put that. Here's another one of the embellishments that I made in the embellishment video. Again, I hope this just gives you some ideas of things that you can do and put in your book. So this is one of the other things that I've done a couple times in here. One of them is covered with contact paper, and then this one has the bird that I wasn't going to put in the book, but I really like it here. I love this because he's just peeking through the torn page here. He's dreaming of the future. And so this is an envelope attached to the outside of the paper, but you can open it up, and here's one of the panel cards, and it gives you a lot of journaling space, and I left that blank so that you can journal there as well. Okay. So, one of these, this one here is the calendar page, and when you flip the calendar pages over, the bottom of the calendar was like this. So some of the scraps that I had this line on it. So this one did, and I just flipped it up and made a pocket there. And then I attached it to some book paper. And then that's just in the little thing over here. Now, to do this flip, you have to pull this little book. I made this out of a playing card. And I added the seal and some book paper and a piece of the contact paper. And then added the green, I keep saying green, the yellow striped paper to for the journaling there. And when this is here, you can still open it. Okay. So I hope that gives you some idea. There's the envelope that's covered with the contact paper. It has the panel card in it also. Okay, so that wasn't really supposed to be a flip through, but because that is coming up next. But I hope you enjoyed this embellishment and idea video, and that you got ideas for pockets and tucks and side pockets. So there's a pocket, a side border, there's a little pocket, there's a side tuck, okay, a border pocket. This is a pocket made out of the panel card, and here we have a sidebar. So we have the tuck spot here, but we still have journaling. We don't lose our journaling space there. So watch for the full unveiling video. That will be up on Friday. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up if you're looking forward to the full review. I would love to hear about it. This is the prize, one of the prizes in my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and we should know the results of that very soon. So I hope they enjoy this book. And I have the link to the subscriber the 1,000 subscriber giveaway down below, as well as the link to the I'm a Cool Mom Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge. This has been so much fun to do. I hope you enjoyed it too. Find something to celebrate every day, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.